Good morning, boys. How y'all doing? We're back at it again on this Saturday. Of course, this is the machine that we bought. Now, if y'all been sticking around, this is the machine that we currently are working on. This is the one we picked up from the auction. So what we're gonna do today is, so last night I actually stayed up and I had all my batteries connected and I was charging them and I left them plugged in. Hopefully I get some charge, and here we are this morning, and now luckily that's all we've done. So we just charged the batteries. They were dead. They had nothing at all. But we plugged them in and now we're good. We got 6 volts on. We got 6 volts on the majority of them. So we got good batteries as of now. We did load test them too, hydrometer and everything checked out well. So shout out to my son today. He is the one recording. Show me a little your pretty face, huh? Turn around. Yeah, shout out to my boy. He know what we're doing. So what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna check our batteries, see how our volt system looks like. So we're gonna put the ground and then our positive over here, and you can see we're sitting 5.9, so we're sitting at 6 volts roughly. We want to average it. So that's one battery. We're gonna go ahead and check the other battery post to post, and we are sitting at 5.9, also close to 6. Yeah. So we're gonna do one more negative and positive, and what is that? 5.9?
That is 5.9 volts.
Perfect. There you go, son. 5.9 volts. Look at them. You gotta start them early. So we have another one that has how many volts?
It has 5.9 volts.
Perfect.
Again.
So we'll round it out to 6. So now let me ask you something. Let me ask y'all something. So now let me ask y'all something, and let me ask you something directly, son. Okay?
Okay.
Each of the batteries has 6 volts inside of them, okay? And there's 4 batteries total. Right, there's 4 batteries total, and each battery of them has 6 volts in it, okay? So now, how much of a charging system does this piece of equipment need to operate?
24.
Look at that. 24 volts, you got it. So at least you want to have 24 volt system in this unit. You want to have the amps and currents running through, that way you can get some power going. So, now that we got those charged up, and y'all saw we got some volts and juice and everything spilling on them, we're gonna go ahead and show y'all what we got. So I kind of got excited. I ain't gonna lie. I was pretty excited. I said, "Oh man!" As soon as I hit that e-stop, you see that bubble go up. As soon as you hit the e-stop, you see that little arrow go up.
Yup.
So initially, just like y'all, I said, "Oh man, we scored. We got a machine, and all it needed was to charge up the batteries." Yeah, well you thought, because I did too. So nothing. So we know we got power to our machine, but it doesn't want to do anything. Let's try lift. Nothing. Huh. Alright fellas, so like I said, we do have power up to our platform. I tried the ground controls and also gave us nothing. It's just the red light comes on. So the next thing I'm gonna do now, because I do have power to my remote, I'm gonna go check my line contactor, because the line contactor is essentially the one that shoots the power over to the motor and says, "Let's go, man, we running. We got the 24 volts in the system, we're ready to go." So I'm gonna make sure I'm getting 24 volts directly to my contactor, and then I'll make sure the contactor is passing it over to the motor. Worst case scenario, we'll probably pull out the schematics. If it gets too technical, check out our wire diagram. See we're losing power somewhere, have a short somewhere, have a wire sticking or something. So we're gonna check that out. Alright boys, so we're gonna go ahead and check the line contactor real quick. We're gonna make sure we got our power and our volts like we should be. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna switch it down to, there we go. So we got DC going. So we're gonna hook up our ground and we're gonna hook up a positive lever. Hit this E-stop on, and we're gonna see how much power we have. So if I can have my assistant here, son, would you mind hitting that E-stop for us real quick? So I'm gonna hit that ground. Go ahead and pull it up. Perfect. Now, what's it showing on there? 13 volts, right?
Yup.
Okay, so now go ahead and drive it. I want to make sure I got 24 volts coming up to my contactor. So we have 13, 24, 23. So it's going up. Let it go, son. Perfect. Okay. Based on the way this pump and this motor's looking, it looks like someone's been in here and was trying to fix the machine, or was trying to fix the issue to it. And seemed like we had a parts changer, boy, because they threw in, looked like a new motor, and looked like a new pump. All right, boys, so we do have the power going through the contact. So what we're gonna do now is we know we have the system going too, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump that contactor. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump that contactor, and I'm gonna make sure that the contactor is good. And then from there, we'll check the power going into the drive, into the motor, because it's not even spinning at all. So we'll go ahead and jump that contact to see what we got, and we'll be right back. Alright fellas, so like I said earlier before, we know we have our 24 volt system going into our contactor. We checked it with our voltmeter, we got that power coming through. What we just did is we actually just jumped the contactor. There's still nothing, we had nothing going on. So the contactor, as of now, I'm gonna say it's good. We checked the power going to the motor too. I actually jumped it and sent 24 volts directly and got it to spin, and that did nothing for us. I think I'm gonna have to go inside, pull up the schematics real quick and see how my wiring is. And yeah, for sure we have something that's not wired right. I want to say something's either not wired right, or there's a wire that's not making good contact. I checked continuity between my connector from the top to the bottom. I actually grabbed the control box and switched it over to the bottom. As you can see, come over here, son. We actually have everything open over here. All right, fellas. So we went inside. We checked that schematic out. I did see that over at J5 pin 17, we have our main function wire. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back probe that, and I'm gonna make sure that we have 24 volts going into that wire too. Make sure there's nothing going on with the computer. Make sure it's getting the direct power it needs. Son, you ready?
Yup.
Okay, so you got the joystick, son?
Yup.
Go ahead and hit the joystick.
I am hitting it.
Okay. Let go. Woo. All right. So let me get up here now. Okay, so that function wire is good. It's getting a signal. Got power going, power here, power there, power coming now. We're gonna plug this machine in. We're gonna go back in there, and I'm gonna check to see any wiring, any relays, or anything in there, diodes maybe that might go bad and either throw the signal off or cause an issue like this. So let's go do a little bit more investigating now, boys. We'll be right back. Man, alright boys, so I think my son just accidentally figured out what the issue was. So, like I said, we're gonna plug it in, go inside and check out the schematics and do some further troubleshooting. But something weird just happened, and I'm glad it did. So let me show you something, boys. So I had actually told my son, hey son, do me a favor and plug it in. So he was plugging the charger in, he didn't think nothing of it, he plugged it in. And I was making my way into the house, about to go pull out the schematic, but as I was doing that, my curious son just wants to mess around with the scissor lift, mess around with these toys. So I'm kind of happy he did that. So what we noticed was, as you have the machine plugged in, throwing 110 directly to it, this is what happened. I heard the motor spin, and I looked back at my son so fast, I think my neck kind of strained there, I ain't gonna lie. Let me show ya. So I mean, keep in mind, I'm stepping away, minding my business. All I hear is, that's all I know y'all heard that. Y'all hear that? So I said, son, do that again. Do that again, son. What was that you just did? And let me tell you what this boy did. Can I get the birds, nature, everybody to stay quiet? So we can listen to this. All I hear is, I know y'all heard that. I know y'all heard that. Don't mind the movement. I know y'all heard that. Bingo. I know what the problem is now. Once I heard that golden buzzer, once I heard that golden sound, I knew exactly what the problem was. So, let me teach y'all a little something here, boys. So now the Skyjacks have a built-in charger relay cutoff. And now these machines are not supposed to drive when they're plugged in. And I heard that motor spin, I said, you're not supposed to do that. Nothing should be working while it's plugged in. So, it is a wiring problem, and that's going to tell me it's going to be a charger cutoff relay. That relay is either not hooked right, not hooked on there. I didn't even think to check it till now. Yeah, so it doesn't even throw a code on the charger or anything. It'll just plug in, you throw your power in, and it's going to show you like it's charging. So it'll mislead you. So what we're going to do here is we're going to check the wiring on that. We're going to unplug it. First, let's hit that E-stop. We're going to go unplug it, and let's check how our charger relay looks. So let's go find that. All right, so we went ahead and found the relay, and I can tell just based on the way this is wired, and especially the way this feeding wire is coming to, and that ain't right. So we're gonna pull up that diagram. We're gonna go back and see how it's supposed to be hooked. See where my 85, my 86, my 30, and all my wires are supposed to be at correctly. I think this is gonna be it. I think this is our issue. So be right back. All right, fellas, so we went ahead and we found that diagram. We switched the relay and actually hooked it up where it's supposed to be. And we're ready to final results. Hopefully that does it. I hope it does, because then that's gonna be a steal. So we're gonna go over to the controls real quick and see what it's looking like. So as y'all see, we have the extendo unplugged. We got everything wired on correctly the way it's supposed to be. Go ahead and hit the e-stop, son.
Alright.
Drive it for these people.
Alright.
Te gusta? Do we got lift?
Alright.
Nice. So luckily this time it was much easier than I thought it was gonna be. Luckily we have to buy from Amazon, no expensive parts or nothing crazy. All it was just the wiring on it. That's it. Troubleshooting. I don't know if the tech before came over here, try to hook it up, try to wire it, or somebody somewhere worked on it and didn't know what they were doing. Took us a nice little afternoon. Nothing too crazy though. It was simple troubleshooting. Shout out to my assistant. Shout out to my son for being curious. So also don't forget to stick around for the next video where we're gonna paint it. I'm gonna have my son, my assistant here help me. Probably throw some fresh decals on it, make it look fresh, and get it ready and prep for sale. And I'll make a video on that also. But as always, appreciate y'all for hanging out, stopping by the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Why not? Until next time, peace.